Trigon has once again traveled across the pond to Leeds, West Yorkshire, England, inside a jam-packed John Charles Centre for Sport with not one, but 2 titles on the line. Hi again, everybody. I'm Mike Goldberg, joined by the legend, Tom Ross. Our main event of the evening is going to be spectacular. So let's first talk about Scott McHugh. Scott McHugh, in November of 2022, had a BYB title shot. He lost to Desmond Green, and Tom, he said that took him into a very dark place.
He's desperate for it. Obviously, it won't happen for a while, but he's desperate for a rematch. It's put him in a really bad place. But listen, this guy can box, he can fight, he can scrap, he can brawl, he can do whatever you want.
And he's fighting at home, which is huge.
But does that help or hinder?
It depends. It depends. He says
a lot
it
of
helps.
pressure.
Yeah. He says it helps. We will find out. And it's an interesting main event because his opponent calls himself awkward, if you will. A slick, old-school fighter. He is the Welsh Rocky, if you will. Everybody
in this arena has got their money on Scott McHugh. Liam Rees is as tough as they come from Wales. He will make it a fight. Don't write him off. Anybody writes him off, crackers.
Well, I can tell you one thing for sure. Scott McHugh is not writing off Liam Rees. Tonight it is about owning the center of the ring. Or the Trigon, of course, the mighty Trigon. In this case, co-main event, Ireland's Joe Fitzpatrick, who has already won once inside the Trigon, has truly, Tom, been on a meteoric rise.
Well, his gloved record of 10-1 as a pro was unbelievable, but he didn't enjoy it. What he loves is this, the bare knuckle. He loves testing himself in the Trigon. Loves it, absolutely loves it. He's got something special.
And this is a special matchup. Fighting families facing each other. And when it is 4 generations of fighters, and you're still blessed to have your grandfather at 92 years old, I expect Harry Gigliotti to be simply outstanding. He said, I promised my grandfather Norman that this fight is for him.
He is a special guy. I can't wait to see him. I've not seen him. You tell me how good he is. I can't wait to see him. We've got one hell of a fight on our hands here.
No question. It is going to be maximum activity, and it will be very technical in its own way. But we'll see the technical part of both fighters, but they'll get in each other's face.
100%. There'll be a lot of technical ability here, but at the end of the day, one of them has got to dig deepest.
Yep, we will find out, because that man will leave with a beautiful Police Gazette diamond belt. Now, we get new fans all the time, and we thank you for being with us. And what makes BYB special is the mighty Trigon, the smallest surface in combat sports. The Trigon, 360-degree corners. Get in a corner, you got to fight your way out. Equal 21-foot sides, and then the highest finish in combat sports. As one of our co-founders would say, down at 5,000, BYB, we make the weekends. First fight, when we come back, a super middleweight matchup between Dean Paterson and David Winiarski. That is coming up next.
Now,
I'm not really worried about what he's got to bring. I think the main thing is he just turns up on the day, and obviously he stands in front of me, and we can put on a show for the crowd, really. I'm in there till the last bell, so it's just get out there and obviously give it 110%, make sure I've not left anything unturned with the training. I feel like I've got the people behind me to give me what I need. I feel like I'm almost ready. I feel like I'm getting fitter, so yeah, let the best man win on the day. The lads I train with as well, they're not your typical bunch. They all our sparring's hard. There's no other way about it. We don't go in there to tickle each other. It's full blown, it's almost like a borderline proper fight. There's areas where you've got to kind of pull out of sparring because you've been hit too hard. So I think it bear me good for obviously going into the BYB. I'm excited about the test, to be honest. It's been something that's been on my mind for ages. It's intriguing, it's dangerous. I suppose there's a big chunk of luck that involved in it because you get caught once, I think it's good night. So yeah, I want to put myself to the test and see where I'm at with the bare knuckle bunch, basically. if I need to bite down on my gum, show him fight, I'm willing to do that. If he wants to box and obviously try to outsmart me, I'll try put my skills to the test and box with him. I think I kind of adapt to the fight that I'm in rather than kind of go in there with a game plan. So I think you can go in there with a certain game plan, but everything changes once you've got that guy in front of you. Because not every style works against every fighter. So I think I'm quite adaptable in that sense. If he wants to go like toe to toe, I think I can adapt well to that. If he wants to try outbox me, then I think I've got the skills to outbox him. That's the plan. I'm going in there 110% like I do everything. Just make sure you're ready. I'm ready. And yeah, just put on a good fight. Just both come forward and just give the fans what they want to see, blood, I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, this super middleweight bout is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds inside the smallest surface in combat sports, the mighty Trigon. It is brought to you by Voli Vodka, Echo, and Miami. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Andy Albrighton. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner wearing the tartan trunks, he stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 170 pounds. Tonight, he makes his bare knuckle debut, and he fights out of Kelty, Scotland, introducing David, the Kilted Killer, Winiarksi. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with red and silver trim, he stands 5 feet, 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 169.8 pounds. Tonight, he makes his bare knuckle debut, and he fights out of Bristol, England, introducing Dean Goodpats Paterson.
Andy Albrighton will get this fight underway.
Bare knuckle fighters love a tattoo, don't they?
They have a few. Here we go. Winiarski, tartan with the gold tassels. Red trunks for Dean Paterson. Red with the white. Winiarski, very proud of his heritage in Scotland and looking to put on a show here tonight.
These guys mean business. Look at the start.
Yep. Bare knuckle debut for both men. Interesting, when asked what his areas of improvement or emphasis may be, Winiarski said, I guess we'll find out tonight, I suppose.
Exactly. And to be fair, what a statement, you know?
Yes.
Because there is no hiding place in that Trigon. No hiding place at all.
Good punches. Backing up, though, is Winiarski. Oh, nicely done. Quick hands now in the southpaw stance. He does switch stances.
He switches all the time.
Yep. Very comfortable with it. He told us to look for that good jab that'll set up the right hand. It might be a good jab that sets up the left hand from the southpaw stance.
When the southpaw, though, the opponent has to change his feet.
Right.
You've got to get outside. You can't allow him to dictate as a southpaw. You've got to change your stance.
And for a moment, Dean Paterson did exactly what you said, Tom.
Yep.
Now they're both back in the orthodox stance. Midway point is approaching here in round number 1. Red and white, Dean Paterson. Tartan with gold tassels, the Kilted Killer, David Winiarski.
The footwork and the mobility is good from both fighters.
Yes. And Paterson also switches stance for just a moment. Back in southpaw is Winiarski.
To be fair, neither have struck a blow yet.
Nope. But Winiarski's throwing that hook with vicious intent. Couple of shots landed there. Quick hands!
Oh, quick hands
from David Winiarski. Wow!
Wow.
That's a great pace.
The worry I have with Dean is when he actually comes forward, he sort of looks, he takes his eyes off his opponent, asking to be hit.
Right.
You watch him when he comes flying in. He ducks into a lot of trouble.
Which can be as dangerous as moving back in a straight line with your chin up. 15 seconds. Good start for the Kilted Killer. Round number 2. Winiarski with the tartan and gold tassels comes out orthodox. Paterson looking to score here in this round. There's the switch of stance again.
You see what I mean? When he came in, he ducked his head in, asking for, if Winiarski decides an uppercut something, then he could be in trouble. Dean Paterson switching as well with him now. It's interesting.
Which is more of a defensive move for Dean, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if whatever your opponent's got, you've got to negate it, haven't you? You've got to counter it.
Yes.
Oh.
Man!
He's smiling at him.
Absolutely. Throw another flurry.
I think sometimes that's a mask for you hurt me.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Good right hand from Paterson.
I wonder how many fighters have to be hurt before they lose it and want to hurt you back.
Well, if you look at Barry Jones and Smash Nelson, we were teasing Smash a couple of weeks ago, like 5 or 6 for Smash.
Well, Barry Jones hammered him the first early on, and then he upset him, and that was it.
That's it. Wales is when we as one family, BYB and BKB, made our UK debut. This is our second night of fights here in England, and we are thrilled to be here. Good connection from Winiarski.
This is a good fight. They're throwing some really tough. They're not landing, but they will land, and then we'll see what sort of chin they've got. And technically, they're both decent, these as well, you know. Technically, footwork and...
Dean's just got to find his places to land. Winiarski said, I suppose everything I've ever done has brought me to here. He started boxing when he was age 13. Had 8 amateur mixed martial arts matches. Ranked number 2 in Scotland for a while in MMA.
And I think he said he can't wait to do some damage.
That is correct. That is correct.
And earn a lot of money for his family.
Well, and
nothing wrong with that.
No kidding. 2 kids, one 10, one just a baby, age 1.
There's a blood from the left eye of Winiarski.
Yep. Rolling down the side, which is good.
Decent.
Yep.
It's when it goes into your eye, you got a problem. So he's. But I wonder if that inspires the opponent to think, I've got, you know, give you a little bit of a lift. Can he capitalize on it?
He did for Rocky Balboa. He's just a man. He's just a man.
Each other ready for the round to start.
It really is about putting on a show for the fans. Absolutely. All around the world.
And the aggression is in the fight, not in the fighters outside the ring. It's
no question. Round number 3. Winiarski, the kilted killer, tartan with the gold tassels, red and white, for Bristol, England's Dean Paterson.
And he's a big Bristol City supporter as well, the football team.
There you go.
Which is his colours, red and white.
He said one of his strengths is his durability. So will it be a fight which is finished, or will the durability turn out to be a real key for good Pats?
I think we've seen enough to know that both these are durable.
Yes.
There's marks on the left cheek of Paterson. There's a cut on the left cheek of Winiarski. This is a fight.
Paterson went southpaw and was not aggressive, because that's not fair, but was able to land a shot from the southpaw stance against Winiarski a moment ago, Tom. We said earlier for Dean it's more defensive from southpaw, but he just showed us he's got some offense from that stance too.
These are 2 well-matched fighters. And Paterson, all he said about Winiarski, he said, I know little about him other than I hope he's ready for war.
Yep.
Oh, good shot. That's switching. They're really trying to outthink each other.
It's a battle of the outside foot when you have the southpaw and the orthodox.
And yet the orthodox is changing all the time.
Yes, all the time. So then it's just a battle of 4 feet combined. Past the midway point, round number 3. Past the midway point of this 5-round matchup.
He knows that he knew that Winiarski was a switch fighter, so he's switching all the time, and that's confusing, I think, Winiarski about his footwork, because you have to get outside to make the point. You've got to get your feet right to fight against the southpaw. But when he changes that quickly, it's hard to do that.
And again, Winiarski aggressive. Not the flurry as we saw in the earlier rounds, but looking more target shooting now.
Yes.
Like to thank our friends at Village Hotels. A comfy bed, great shower, cool gadgets are all standard. Some of the best value hotels in the UK. Explore all 33 destinations and book directly with us to get the best value for your money. Village Hotels.
Great hotel.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it was that good you never bought a drink.
And what a night of fights we have.
And the best is yet to come.
You got that right. Not one, but 2 titles will be on the line. Round number 4. Paterson trying to close distance early in this round. But Winiarski keeps that active jab going, and there's another flurry. Bloodied but not beaten. Either fighter, they got a lot left and a lot of time left.
Both of them, though, are trying desperately to create an opening for the shot. That's what they're swapping stances, trying to trying to tempt the opposition, the opponent into making a mistake so they can capitalize. The blood now streaming from the top of his head as well.
Which, that one is rolling down his nose, but also into the eye, which those are the ones that you don't like.
Correct.
And a quick hook just landed on the chin of Paterson from Winiarski. 1 minute into the 4th. Winiarski stepping forward and
scoring points with a little tag now and again.
No question. Snapping that jab. The flurries are so fun to watch unless you're Dean Paterson or any friend or family member of Dean Paterson. Midway point of round 4.
Does he look the more fitter as well? Or not more fitter, more energetic?
Yeah. But that said, Tom, those flurries, that a lot of those punches were to the body, will take the gas tank away from Dean Paterson.
For sure. The blood is beginning to spill now.
Yeah.
Listen, it might sound horrible, but Winiarski has to focus on the cuts.
Yeah, no question. Good defense by Paterson, but not on that one.
Through.
Wow. We saw a jab finish the night earlier in our prelim fights.
He wants it looked at, the referee. It's impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
This Winiarski is impressive. I like the look of him.
I love it. Very smooth. You can tell Paterson, nothing but heart. Doctors check the cut. He's good to go. We continue. Round 4. This one's scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds.
What I've noticed the last round and a bit, Paterson is doing a lot of ducking and dodging. He's not hitting and he's not scoring punches.
Wow, and again, if you want to leave a true impression in the judges' minds, you do exactly what he did at the end of that round like he did earlier.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Andy Albrighton calls a stop to this contest at the end of the 4th round, declaring your winner due to a doctor stoppage, and now undefeated, David, the Kilton Killer Winiarski.
What a showcase in your bare knuckle debut. BYB Bare Knuckle heads back to the UK on November 9th for BYB 33 at the Hangar in Wolverhampton, West Midlands. The Emperor of BYB, Marvelous Marco Martignac, one of Europe's most experienced fighters in the mighty Trigon, takes on undefeated star Brad Scott for the BYB Super Cruiserweight Police Gazette Diamond Belt. While former BKB multiple division champion Dan Podmore looks to make it 2-0 against the cockroach Ryan Barrett when they face off for the inaugural BYB Bridgerweight Police Gazette Diamond Belt. Plus, former BYB heavyweight champion Hurricane Ike Villanueva makes his UK debut. Visit BYBExtreme.com today for tickets and information.
Ladies and gentlemen, this super featherweight bout is scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds and is brought to you by the Galloway Group. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Ian John Lewis. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, she stands 5 feet 4 inches tall. She weighed in at 130 pounds. Tonight, she makes her bare knuckle debut and she fights out of Santiago, Chile, introducing Jacqueline Ayala. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red trunks, she stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. She weighed in at 128.2 pounds. She holds an undefeated bare knuckle record of 1 victory, opposite no defeats, and she fights out of New York, USA, introducing Jaica, the Hitmaker.
Training in Manhattan full-time now, Jaica, the Hitmaker. Jacqueline Ayala was doing her training in Argentina. She is here tonight, making her debut. The Hitmaker looking to move to 2-0 inside the Trigon.
And the Hitmaker said, tactically, she loves hitting people.
Yes, she does.
Which is quite an asset for a fighter.
Yeah, it's a good thing to have in your arsenal.
Yeah, for sure.
Round 1! Here we go! Jaica, the Hitmaker, in the red, a little bit of burgundy in her trunks. Black trunks for Jacqueline Ayala. Ayala, 6-time national kickboxing champion, Pan American Game kickboxing champion, 2-time Southern American kickboxing champion, all as an amateur. And she just got clipped not once, but twice. But she has an answer.
Oh, she's tagged Jaica twice there.
Yes.
Excellent.
Jaica over the top.
She loves that overhand right.
Yes, she does. And watch for an uppercut sooner or later from Jaica, the Hitmaker. Defeated Randine Ekholm in round number 3 in her BYB debut back in April of this year. 2-minute rounds.
To be fair, I think underneath the right cheek, the Hitmaker's been marked, I think.
Yes. Because we just saw her wipe something up.
Well,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah, good spot, Tom. Not a great spot for Jaica, the Hitmaker, but a good catch by you as it rolls down away from her eye right now. 30 seconds, round number 1. Jacqueline Ayala.
She looks confident.
She really does. And if she does it the Dutch way, even though she's not from Holland, we're seeing it right now. And she comes out of the brutal striking team. So that tells you right there and right now what she likes to do in her combat career.
I was hoping to see more from...
on the left side of her forehead as well. Good start for Jacqueline and Jaica. Ayala in the black trunks, red and burgundy for Jaica, the Hitmaker. And she comes out swinging. Both women punishing the body.
Yeah. I'm impressed with Ayala's ability to come forward and throw combinations. That's been the difference so far. That's what caused the problem early on. There she leads there and comes with the right. Jabs and right, works off the jab. That's excellent. Her face is a mess, you know.
Big time. And not what Jaica expected. She did not take much damage, if any, against Echo back at BYB 25.
Interesting, Mike, and you've seen enough of it to know. If you come into the ring and you're thinking it's a given, that's when you get surprised.
Oh, no question.
Oh, tagged her again.
Talked about the Hitmaker's uppercuts. A little bit of an uppercut from Ayala lands.
Let's see what she's got.
Yeah.
It's when you're losing, you have to dig deepest. Let's see how far she can dig. The Hitmaker.
She came out throwing, but Ayala has landed more as the round continues.
More composed, I think.
Oh, for fact. She says, I never do the same. I am unpredictable, but always strong. Jacqueline Ayala, who again was training for a fight in a heavier weight class next month in Wolverhampton, but stepped up the schedule to be here tonight, and she is not disappointed. That right hand just missed.
Sometimes, though, you wonder, the Hitmaker might suddenly realise, I've got a fight on my hands, then she'll step it up. Ayala knows it. Look at the face. Ayala knows she's on top.
It's much like you said, are we looking at an upset? We weren't sure on Ayala coming in on short notice.
Everybody told me the Hitmaker was a cert.
Oh, she's outstanding. But you know what? So is Jacqueline.
Yeah. Listen, the only thing certain in life, taxes and death.
Yeah. Midway point of this fight. Almost. Third round, 2-minute rounds for the women.
Tell you what might be the difference here. Who's the fitter of the two?
Well, I would have thought it would be Jaica the Hitmaker,
Yeah.
but I think Ayala's proven her wrong. Now, as we get later,
That's the
short
point.
notice, lighter weight class. Let's see if she can keep up the pace.
Will that be the telling point? We'll see.
Jaica hasn't put pressure on her, though. If she puts a little pressure on her, gets in the clinch, starts working it, then she's going to get that gas tank zap.
She hasn't hit, her punching hasn't been accurate.
No.
You know, she's missed, and whereas I think Ayala's been accurate with her punches.
And again here, it's so comfortable.
And when she's in the clinch, she works the body.
Well, and that's the Muay Thai and kickboxing background.
There you go, you know that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Again, a wipe of the blood on the face of Jaica the Hitmaker.
What I like about Ayala, Jacqueline, is she's relentless.
Oh yeah.
She's relentless. She comes forward, forward, forward.
Hey, if Tyson, Hoos, and Deckers...
She's switching stance all the time.
Yep, are your favorites? You're going to fight like them, and she is so far tonight.
Without a doubt, if Hitmaker wants to win this fight, she's got to be more aggressive, and she's got to score. She's got to land punches.
I mean, there's some swelling under the eyes of Jacqueline Ayala. But man, she is compact, powerful, and ultra impressive. Look at the combination there.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, double shield out. He's got to stop the fight.
Yep.
He's got to stop the fight. He just hit on the referee hasn't seen the gumshoe.
Correct. And if you're in an advantageous point where Ayala was, you're going to stop the fight, but you're not going to take that away from her immediately.
She's upset.
Yeah.
Ayala, though, by hitting after the referee said
No
play.
question.
And that, you know what that says? Desperation.
That's a great point. Now, it's interesting. Look at the back foot of Jacqueline Ayala. It's on that kicking angle, where the footwork of the Hitmaker is pure traditional boxing.
For sure.
But it's not slowing down her hands at all.
You know your power comes from your legs.
Absolutely.
Your stance.
Yep. So see, she's across like you would be in Muay Thai or kickboxing. No kicks. The art of 8 limbs is the art of 2 tonight, and Ayala's using them very aggressively.
Jacqueline's a strong girl.
Yeah.
Strong girl. And she's hit the cleaner punches. She's picked the cleaner shots.
Jacqueline said, I am single without children, 100% dedicated to my career.
The debut it may be, she looks like she might be a big hit for BYB.
Fifth and final round. 2 minutes remain. Jacqueline Ayala making her BYB debut, her bare knuckle debut. Jaica, the hitmaker, fighting for the second time inside the Trigon, trying to avoid a defeat here in Leeds.
Now in the clinch, the only person working in the clinch is Jacqueline.
Which doesn't surprise me because, again, the kickboxing, the Muay Thai.
There you go, yeah, of course. I'm impressed with Jacqueline Ayala, without a doubt. Something special about her. Tough, aggressive, punches, skillful.
Everything being thrown out tonight, and thrown out ultra impressively. I think our Hall of Fame matchmaker, Mel Valenzuela, is already thinking about who does Jacqueline get next.
That's the big question. You know more about the availability of the fighters there, but there's some decent women in this country as well that would be a good matchup.
No question.
There's one sitting over there, just watching.
But I do leave it to the brilliance of
What do we know?
Father Mel.
Yeah, for sure. Well, they're the matchmakers, that's what does it. And to be fair, every fight we've had is 50-50. That's good matchmaking.
That's what it's about. Under 30 seconds on the clock. 5th and final round.
And Jim, of course, Jim Freeman working with Mel.
No question. And it really has been a great connection. We are now one family, and we're not here to take part. We are here to take over.
And the biggest.
Yes. What a performance. I'm sure Jacqueline Ayala's not surprised.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ian John Lewis, are at the end of 5 full rounds. We go to the judges' scorecards at ringside to declare the winner. All 3 judges see the fight the same, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Jacqueline Ayala.
Not a surprise what just came out of Mo's mouth.
Any other result would have been the surprise. That's no surprise.
Yep.
This is the Battle of Leeds. Reece Murray, Smudger Smith.
I've known Reece about 7 years now. I met him at Golden Team years ago, and we did some sparring, and it was me that got him kind of pulled over from the gym that he was at, where he didn't feel like he was progressing very much, and introduced him to the bare knuckle.
It's going to be fun from sparring rounds we used to have, and like I say, we sparred thousands of rounds and stuff, so, and they always used to be fun scraps, like even just in sparring they used to be wild, so gloves are off now, and it's more, it's a fight in it, it's not sparring.
We did a lot of sparring together, did a bit of travelling together. We've had some good times together, me and Reece, and he's with my niece as well. He's with Georgia, and yeah, we're just a fight. He's just a fight, you know. It's nothing personal to me. No fights are personal to me. I want to get in there and dance. I want to get in there and get into flow and enjoy myself and test myself, you know. I'm
here for one reason. I'm here selfish reason, but I'm here to come and inflict damage and get paid and leave and move on to bigger things. That's it.
I had a bit of a spiritual awakening, Tom. I had some really profound and crazy things happening. Not many people will get it, but I know that people that will get it will fully know what I'm saying. I was going through a bit of a problem with my back and other issues I had with my body. I got to the point where I needed to meditate, and I meditated. And when I meditated, I started to realise that, you know, there's so much more going on the inside than there is on the outside. You know, we're all part of the oneness. We're all part of the cosmic dance, and that's where I've been. I've been looking at philosophy. I've been looking at, you know, metaphysics and biology. I've been looking at all the different things that all intertwine and all pull together, and it all comes down to we're all one. So why give that bad energy to someone? To have a ripple effect, to have a conscious wave of negativity.
Before the Wilson fight, when I lost to Rafael, I sort of went into a dark place, like a depression, and I was just drinking and just doing a load of other shit what I shouldn't have been doing, and I was just sat, and that song came on the TV, and like from that I poured the vodka down the sink, and I literally went to bed. I woke up and I started training. I didn't touch a drop of alcohol or anything for like up until the Wilson fight, and it showed, it paid off, do you know what I mean? So it was like, and then now like that's how I treat my camps.
What song was it?
Richmond, north of Richmond.
A good fight. That's all I want, a good fight. You know, I want him to come and bring the shots, move and you know, do his job. I'm
just here to come and take over basically. I'm not looking past no one, but I'm looking straight through everyone. So that's where I plan on going, straight through.
Ladies and gentlemen, this super welterweight bout is set to take place right here inside the mighty Trigon, the smallest surface in combat sports. Scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds is brought to you by GC3. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Clive Allison. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with white trim, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 155 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle record of 6 victories versus 3 defeats and 1 draw. And he fights out of Nottingham, England, introducing the former British bare knuckle champion, Reece Too Sharp Murray! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the blue trunks with purple trim, he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 155 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle record of 4 victories versus 3 defeats, and he fights out of Leeds 10, representing the golden team. Ladies and gentlemen, Smudger Smith!
Smudger, the nickname he received in the military, said it's his military nickname.
Most Smiths in England are called Smudger.
There you go.
And we've got 2 Smudger Smiths on the roster, of course. Luke Smith.
Yeah, and about 4 on BoxRec.
Yeah. But look at his hair. Reece has had his hair done today, especially for this, all plaited. His wife told me she hates it.
They engage immediately.
Working the body well is Smudger.
So Smudger is in the blue, purple, and lilac trunks. They both look pretty blue. Reece Murray's got the fancy trunks that he needs to be covered inside, for sure. And he is. But the red wraps for Smudger Smith, the blue wraps for Reece Murray. Both making their debuts inside the Trigon.
Well, I think Reece thinks his boxing IQ, a smart boxer, he thinks his boxing IQ will be the difference tonight.
He said not only is he confident in his faith, very spiritual young man, but he is confident in his ability.
For certain. He is a very confident man, but he comes from a tough region, tough area, where if you don't fight, you get bullied. Yep. And he was bullied as a youngster and learned to fight. Just great shot from Smudger.
Reece said once he started boxing, he no longer was bullied.
Correct.
This one scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds.
I'm not sure we'll see 5 rounds.
I would agree with the pace they're putting on right now. Just at the midway point, just past it now of round number 1. Murray switching up his stance. Very comfortable, orthodox or southpaw. Accidental eye poke
You give him time. Oh, he wants to carry on, Smudger.
Yep. Smudger's mad. Good lead hook. Smudger
comes hunting.
Yeah, he does. He darts in, doesn't he? Good body shot. Smudger again throwing heavy hands. He said, I'm a free flow fighter. Forward moving with a smile on my face.
Absolutely.
Yep.
These are two tough guys.
Yeah.
Really tough guys.
And two experienced bare knuckle battlers. 10 fights for Murray, 7 fights coming in for Smith.
He's tagged him twice there, Smudger. I want to see the response. You know, when you're tagged, I'd like to see a response.
As they walked in, Tom, you advertised what we were going to see. Two tough, as you would say here, lads going at it.
And local, where it matters.
Yes.
Because you've got to walk in the same streets, you've got to drink in the same bars, you've got to go in the same shops. Bragging rights are important. You don't want to be the man going into the shops where the people look and go, he lost to him, he lost to... You do not want to be that person. They'll give it all as they are. We've just seen. We just saw the eye poke there. Fair play to the referee. Experienced ref, Pavilus, stopped it. I think for me, though, we haven't really seen big shots.
Yes, I agree.
Let's look. There's been a lot of, I don't know what, how would you say it? There's been a lot of to-in and fro-in, huffing and puffing. Let's see some shots that count.
This fight is over. It is all over. Broken hand.
Oh, my days.
Yep, for Reece Murray. And we talked about this earlier, Tom. With the hands, if you hit the wrong part
You mentioned
of your opponent, you end up getting your hand broken. And with that, Reece Murray will have to come back another day, and it likely will be against Smudger Smith.
What a bad way to lose a fight. But it's part of the rules. That's what it is, bare knuckle. What a bad way to lose a fight. But that's not Smudger Smith's problem.
Right.
He's the winner.
Absolutely. In a backyard battle, he will have the bragging rights. As you saw in the feature, these two have trained together. They have a good friendship. They had to put it aside here in the Trigon. I'm sure it will be right back afterwards.
But I think Reece has got every right to say, right, I want a rematch.
I agree. And so here's the reaction as he looks at his hand. He knew it was broken. And Clive Allison said, this fight is all over. We will make it official when we come back to Leeds, England. That is coming up next. Smile on the face of Smudger Smith. He was out for a while. He's back, and back impressively to make this one official. Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Clive Allison calls a stop to this contest at the end of the first round, declaring your winner due to a doctor stoppage, Smudger Smith.
Smudger Smith, Leeds' own, earns a victory in his BYB debut. He will visit with Danielle.
Congratulations on a big BYB debut for you. How do you feel after that?
I felt amazing throughout, you know. I felt like I was just getting to the swing of things. I was enjoying the grabbing, the grappling. I was enjoying grabbing, you know, that little bit of nastiness in there. And I was smiling whilst I was doing it because I was enjoying it with a lot of love, you know what I mean? Like, I enjoy this sort of sport. It really shows who men are and who men aren't.
This was your first time inside of the Trigon, and you said the Trigon would suit you because you like to get close on the inside. What did you think about it?
Yeah, man, I'm an in-close fighter, man. I like to go forward, as you just seen in the fight there. I'm very gutted they didn't go any further because, I was enjoying it. I really was getting to my spring and my step. But, he lost over an injury, and it's not very nice to lose over an injury. So I take my glory, but I take it humbly. He's a very good lad, very good fighter, and I know I'd have a bit of a good battle tonight, and I wish it had gone on further, that's all.
Congratulations.
BYB Bare Knuckle returns home to South Florida for another monster card on December 6th. For BYB 34, Brawl in the Pines 4. BYB heavyweight champion Gustavo Trujillo looks to make it 7-0 when he faces off against the reigning BKB heavyweight champion Richie Leak in a BYB Police Gazette Diamond Belt unification match. Cub Hawkins defends his BYB Cruiserweight Police Gazette belt when he faces off against #1 contender Zion Tomlinson. Jamie Driver and Sonia Dreiling look to finally settle the score, while local stars Robert Duran Jr., Jean-Pierre Ramirez, Jared Grant looks to shine, and the monster Winiarksi Gonzalez makes his bare knuckle debut. Visit BYBExtreme.com for tickets and information.
I'm expecting a war, to be quite honest. I'm expecting to both meet in middle and just go for it and see the best man win.
Going up to Leeds, obviously, it's Tiffin's hometown, so I'm going up in the Lions Den.
It's first ever time being local. I fought on these little shows in Leeds, but nothing like to the scale of this, yeah.
In the last fight, the bone came away from your hand.
Still saying that, yeah.
But you haven't had it fixed.
I've got it x-rayed and it was snapped clean in half, it were off, but it still is. I refused operation because I'd signed up to this fight and I'd never pull out of a fight no matter what.
So does that limit your chances of winning?
Well, it does, yeah, but I'm not bothered. I'm turning up. I'm not letting no one down. I've not come from a boxing background. I've come off the streets. I've not come from no amateurs or all like that. With this Trigon, it suits me a lot better. It's a lot harder for boxers to pull the skills off in that little triangle. I've always got that power, I've always got a chance, so I ain't bothered to a fight. I'm not bothered I'll fight absolutely anyone, because I know for a fact if I do land, you go into sleep.
Mark's going to look at all my fights, there's 15 of them, so he's got a lot to look at. He's going to look at the good, look at the bad. The good is that I'm solid and I'll keep going through the 5 rounds if we get it, and I've knocked quite a few people out. The bad is I've got knocked out myself, but that's by Barry Jones and people like that. There's no, and that's not knocking no one. It's just there's levels to the game, Tiffin's gonna probably think, and he's trying to tell him, yeah, get into him, stick it on him. His script ain't the same as my script. So no matter what he's planning, no matter what he's bringing, I've got answers for it.
That's the one. Aaron McCallan, I just got unlucky. He caught me. I jumped up miles too fast, and with James Kennelly, I took it on 2 weeks' notice. No training up to that. I was coming off a forearm injury, snapped my forearm clean in half, playing rugby, and I seen an opportunity to fight him, and I thought I've got a butcher's chance. I'm just going to take it. I've got nothing to lose, so I took the fight.
I think I'm going to put a dominating performance on in Leeds. I'm going to upset the locals and come away with a win.
We're friends. Once a bell goes, this is my enemy. So it's in the game on.
I hope you had a safe and successful camp and you bring the best version of you when we fight in Leeds, because I am bringing the best version of me and you're going to have a fucking bad night at work.
Mike Goldberg, Tom Ross, back here in Leeds.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Leeds, the super middleweight contest is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds and is brought to you by the Galloway Group. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Andy Albrighton. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with gold trim, he stands 5 feet, 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 165 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle record of 8 victories versus 7 defeats. and he fights out of Essex, London, England. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Soul Snatcher Hilz. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with gold and blue trim, he stands 5 feet, 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 165 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle record of 3 victories versus 2 defeats. And he fights out of Nottingham, England. Introducing Mark TNT Tiffin.
The dog's here.
The dog is here.
We saw it.
Yep.
The dog's there just sitting in the crowd watching the fight, which is absolutely amazing. Hopefully we'll see it. The people in across the world will see it. Hopefully the camera will think about getting it on.
Just got it, Tom. Just
brilliant.
got it.
Oh, brilliant.
Here we
well done.
go. Mark Tiffin, Paul Hilz. Both have experienced the Trigon before. Paul 3 times, Mark 2 times. And they work in the phone booth early.
This is not a friendly either, is it? Look at the way they're straight out the blocks.
Yeah. Which, in this matchup, we pretty much were 100% sure we would. Great uppercuts from Mark Tiffin. Wow!
Toe-to-toe.
How good is this?
Let me tell you, only Usain Bolt's come out the blocks quicker than this.
I like that.
He's cut already underneath the right eye, is Paul Hilz.
But from experience, we know that won't bother him, although Tiffin is landing, and then Hilz is countering.
Yeah. Good shots.
Mark with a sharp jab. Tiffin.
He's got him in trouble.
Big swing and a miss from Paul Hilz. Big landing from Mark Tiffin. Wow, Tiffin
You know,
looks
in
great.
boxing, you've got game fighters, you've got very game fighters, and you've got Paul Hilz.
Yeah.
He really looks at it though, doesn't he, Mark Tiffin?
He does, yeah. Full training camp here in his backyard, looking for his 2nd win inside the Trigon. He debuted with BYB in March of 23 in Dubai. And then we talked about the Canelli fight, but a great start for TNT.
He's marked himself though, Tiffin. He's marked himself on, on the right.
Blue and white trunks for Tiffin, black and gold.
He wants
the soul
the icing too. This is a proper brawl, but Tiffin looks really sharp.
The battle will continue.
You wonder if after that initial, they calm down and start picking the shots. I somehow don't think so.
They may calm down for a second, but they're not going to pick their shots. They're just going to throw them.
They're going to brawl.
What a job done so far tonight with the jab. Hasn't been a ton of them, but man,
there they go.
Snap back the head. And it's phone booth fighting once again between Tiffin and Hilz.
Oh, that jab got through again from Tiffin. But you know, when you hit the jab that accurately, you've got to work off it. There's got to be something else to come in.
And Mark
he's got through
on
again.
his feet.
He's got through again.
What a start to
There's
this
the
fight.
right. That was the right.
Yep, by
the
Mark
jab.
Tiffin. Seconds remaining in the round. I don't know if Mark Tiffin has ever had a better 3 minutes inside of the Trigon or in his bare knuckle career.
Absolutely not.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Andy Albrighton calls a stop to this contest at the end of the 1st round, declaring your winner due to a doctor's stoppage, Mark TNT Tiffin.
Both men, class acts. I'd like to see it again.
I mean, that was a great fight.
Yep, and we knew it would be.
If ever you said you wanted something to areas with the dog that he rescued, I mean, I got to tell you, that is amazing.
Been a great Last 4 to 6 weeks for Mark TNT Tiffin. Congratulations with his son for his second victory inside the Trigon.
Gentlemen, live from Leeds, England, it is now time for the co-main event of the evening. 6 3-minute rounds for the BYB Super Lightweight Police Gazette Diamond Championship of the World. Brought to you by GC3, our referee in charge when the bell rings, Andy Albrighton. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with red and gold trim. He stands 5 feet, 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 140 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle record of 2 victories versus no defeats, and he fights out of Lawrence, Massachusetts, by way of Haverhill, Massachusetts, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, Harry the Hitman Gigliotti. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the blue trunks with white trim, he stands 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 139.6 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle record of 3 victories versus 1 defeat. And he fights out of Divis, Ireland. Introducing Joe the Dragon Fitzpatrick.
He's been walking up and down, glaring at Fitzpatrick. Is that just part of the fun for him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Listen to my instructions at all times. Good luck to you both. Let's touch him up.
He talked about the jab of Fitzpatrick. Gigliotti said last fight, my jab was money. This one's scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds for the BYB Super Lightweight Police Gazette Diamond Belt.
The battle of the jabs.
Yes. Here we go. Southpaw Joe Fitzpatrick, baby blue trunks. Black and red for the Hitman, Harry Gigliotti. They clinch early.
Slip.
Yep.
You know, you learn in sport.
Oh, big left hand! Wow! And teeing off Dirty Boxing 101.
Wow. And what does that say about Gigliotti?
Yeah.
He stood up and carried on with it.
No question.
Wow. He's took another one there, though.
Gigliotti trying to overcome this early flurry.
Is in trouble.
Yeah, he's in big trouble. Joe Fitzpatrick, a great start. Gigliotti throws to the body.
You learn from this sport, Mike, as you know, ability is never enough.
Yep. The southpaw doing a great job against Gigliotti.
Now, he's been hurt, he's been put in trouble. Now, let's see what he's got, because the comeback is always better than the setback.
You got that right. And this is a kid who truly grew up in the gym.
Well, boxing's his life. It's part of his family. It's him.
4 generations. Gigliotti trying to score here. The counter from Fitzpatrick.
He's got over that early Fitzpatrick's stuff. He looks actually in control now of himself. I mean, in control of himself.
He loves to showboat. He loves to take risks. But more than anything, he loves to win.
But you take risks against a good fighter, you're going to be in trouble.
Yes. Gigliotti, the 1-1-2 did not connect.
You see the boxing technique of Fitzpatrick there. His head work got him out of trouble. His head, but that comes from moving your knees.
Sure. And this is the second time for Fitzpatrick in the Trigon, and he has been very good with the dirty boxing.
Well, that's why he gave up glove when he had a 10-1 record.
Yep, and look at that.
He's put him down.
Gigliotti with a huge body shot. Fitzpatrick takes a knee.
That hurt. That hurt.
Oh, it is all over. just like that.
Wow!
Harry Gigliotti is the BYB Super Lightweight Police Gazette Diamond Belt winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Andy Albrighton calls a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 45 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout and the new BYB Super Lightweight Police Gazette Diamond Champion of the World, Harry the Hitman Gigliotti.
Harry getting his hardware.
Emotional.
Very emotional, as he should be. He said, my grandfather stayed around to see this night tonight, and Danielle will talk to the champion.
Harry, congratulations on becoming the inaugural BYB Super Lightweight Champion. How are you feeling?
It's a lot of emotions right now. I don't even know how to feel. I knew I had to weather a storm. I knew he was going to blitz me. I knew he was going to come in hot. I took some shots. One of them on my ear had me ringing, but I just knew that if I weathered the storm in the next couple rounds, I would have felt them out and probably saw the punch. But as soon as I came across with the right hand, I saw him go down. I saw him sitting on the ropes. He was square as hell. I dug deep and I went right to the liver, and it stopped him in the first round.
And I know this championship means something extra special to you and a man named Norman. You have a special phone call to make after this, don't you?
I do. I love you, Papa. I said I was going to bring it home, and I did. I've been sick with bronchitis the last 3 weeks. I almost pulled up about 2 weeks ago. I was sick as hell, but I just pushed through it. I wanted this belt so bad. I wanted to prove to everybody that I'm a world champion, and tonight I got the job done.
Congratulations, Harry.
A win on his father's.
There's no bigger fight than for the Police Gazette Diamond Belt, the world title fight for BYB. How excited are you?
Oh, I was absolutely over the moon when Jim Freeman, first of all, it's fighting Scott McHugh anyway, headlining the show anyway, but then when he contacted me back again for the world title shot, I was over the moon.
To be honest, it's the hardest camp I've had this, because obviously in my hometown, innit, I've got to prove something.
As tough as he come, and he is tough. Like, I watched his fight the other day when he fought in America, the Southpaw. Although he did lose, he got knocked down about 10 times, and he just kept getting back up. Now he's a warrior. I mean, he is a warrior.
I tried it before in America, didn't get it there. Now I've got something to prove now to BYB. You know, I had my chance at that with Desmond Green. Now I've learned from that mistake, and I've never lost since.
Scott, he's got 10 times more experience than me. He's had about 20 times more fights than me. He's been in the game a long time. He's got a lot of experience. But again, I can't see it being much of a problem.
It's me and him in there in the middle. We'll see who the hardest man is. Simple as. It's not a boxing match in there, remember that. It's a triangle ring. There's nowhere to run.
I'm not a back foot fighter, I'm a front foot fighter, so it's going to suit me down to a T. Then it's going to be a good fight.
Rocky Reece, he hasn't been tested, mate, like I've been tested before, you know, in there. And we'll soon see on the night, do you know what I mean?
I think I know, I'm not going to think, I know I'm going to win that world title.
Every single fighter who I've thought they're going to do this and that, they've got this. Listen, once you're in there and they get a smack on chin, then you know what I mean? We'll see who's got a tough chin.
I'm a very technical boxer, I've got really good footwork. You know, I can only centre that ring. Scott's an old Scott, he's done amazing to where he's got to. He's outstanding, I take my hat off to him, loads of respect. But he's still quite basic, I mean, there's not much of a boxing style to him. I'm quite technical, and every camp I get better and better. I adapt to the people way people fight.
I've beaten all the best, haven't I, in my division, and he's not coming, especially my back guard, not come and beat me. I ain't got a chance.
Message for Scott, good luck. It's not a share a ring of you. I got a lot of respect for you, and I'm sure we'll have a good drink after the fight. But let the best man win.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Leeds, England, this is your main event of the evening. 6 3-minute rounds for the BYB Super Welterweight Police Gazette Diamond Championship of the World. Brought to you by Voli Vodka, Echo, and Miami. our referee in charge when the bell rings, Clive Allison. So Leeds, England, I need you all to get up out of your seats, raise your drinks high, and get wild! Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white, blue, and black trunks, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 154 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare-knuckle record of 3 victories versus no defeats. And he fights out of Swansea, Wales. Introducing the former 2-time British bare-knuckle champion, ladies and gentlemen, Liam Rocky Rees. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white, blue, and yellow trunks. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 154.3 pounds. He holds a bare-knuckle record of 12 victories opposite 4 defeats. And he fights out of right here in Leeds, West Yorkshire, England. Introducing the former 3-time British bare-knuckle champion and the former 2-time world bare-knuckle champion and member of the Bare-Knuckle Hall of Fame, ladies and gentlemen, from Leeds, Scott the Mute McHugh.
You can feel the atmosphere.
Oh yeah, and Mo sets it up perfectly.
Absolutely.
Title fight, once again, scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds.
On paper, Scott McHugh wins this fight, but the fights are not won on paper.
Here we go! Scott McHugh, white, blue, and yellow trunks. White and blue for Rocky Liam Rees. And Reece switches his stance quickly, but goes back to orthodox.
Absolutely switched straight away, and he's already tagged Scott, just to let him know, this is no walkover for you, pal, I'm here to fight.
And while Scott is the king of this weight class, he knew that, and he knows that coming into this fight. He gives a lot of credit to Liam Rees.
McHugh's one of those refs. You have a lot of boxer fighters. He's a brawler boxer first. Brawler first. He can fight, he can mix it with any. He'll fight whatever fight Liam Rees brings to him.
Southpaw again, good jab from Liam Rees. Lead hook.
And he's switching regularly as well.
Yes. And on paper, it's Scott McHugh who says he fights with the switch stance.
Yes. Could turn into quite a dance, couldn't it?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, good shot from McHugh.
Over the top, Reese scores again. This is Scott McHugh territory.
And already a mark under the left eye of Reece.
Back and forth. One to the chest from McHugh,
I think
one to the face from Reece.
His nose is bleeding, McHugh.
Yep.
Oh, good shots again.
We know one thing, McHugh gets up pretty much every time he goes down, and he hasn't gone down, but just in case. And again, the right hand onto the chin of Liam Reece.
He's at his most vulnerable, most dangerous, McHugh, when you think you've got him beat.
Yes. He has won 4 straight since that fight against Desmond Green. 2 stoppages and a couple of more titles and belts to put in his trophy case. Liam Reece loves his football, but he is here to collect as many belts as he can and be the best in this division. 20 seconds on the clock here, round 1.
Well, what a day, what a time to do that and prove to people that you mean it by winning this sort of fight.
Reece said, if I win tonight, it opens a massive door. Round number 2. Scott McHugh, white, blue, and yellow trunks. Liam Rees in the white and blue. Rocky pressing forward quickly here at the start of round 2, much like we saw in round number 1.
You're looking for one of them to sort of dictate, say, right, I don't want to get mixed, because both of them are marked with the brawl. You're looking for one of them to show a little bit of, right, I'll mix it when I need to, but I'm going to keep away. But none of them have taken a backward step.
Counter puncher, pressure fighter, unorthodox. Scott McHugh calls his fight style. Liam Rees, a slick, old school fighter. He even said, not unorthodox, but awkward.
Awkward, that's what he said to us earlier.
Yep. But what a fight so far, our main event of the evening.
Great fight.
To the body. McHugh starting to change levels very efficiently.
When Scott uses the jab and doesn't duck his head, when he uses the jab, he works.
And if you use it enough, you can come over the top with the right hand, as he did just a moment ago. Take it in, because this is what BYB bare knuckle fighting is all about.
This is a proper fight.
Yes.
We haven't seen much, though, clinch and punch.
Nope. A lot of clinch. Trying to do work in the clinch, both men.
Yes. But it's more a defensive thing, isn't it?
Yes, it
Holding.
is.
Just, we're looking for an attacking positive one, clinch and punch.
Keep in mind, Liam Rees, first fight in the Trigon, so first fight under BYB rules, where you can have dirty boxing, and a bunch of it, Scott has experienced that before. Under a minute on the clock, round number 2. Oh man, what a landing with the right. Onto the chin of Reece. Rocky's got some fans who traveled from Wales as well. The chant of Rocky here in Scott McHugh's backyard.
He's in trouble, Reece. He couldn't see. He just turned to the referee. I think he's having trouble seeing it.
Yeah, and it might have been that big right hand over the top. Because the swelling in the cut is under the left eye of Liam Rees.
Oh, great shot from Reece as well.
We got ourselves a title fight!
To win this and then take on the best in America.
No doubt about it, Scott McHugh. Liam Rees, our main event continues. Round number 3. Fight scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds.
What I do like about Scott is when Liam changes stance, Scott moves his feet to the left to negate that southpaw stance. He's got a good IQ.
Absolutely.
Scott.
He doesn't mind fighting nasty, but he fights intelligently as well.
And isn't that the epitome? Isn't that what it's all about?
It truly is. Scott said his strengths are his heart and his chin.
Well, then to have the holy trinity of boxing, you have that possibility. Then you've got the holy trinity.
And right now he is trying to baptize Liam Rees.
Didn't realize I could get religious, did you?
Actually, I did.
Oh.
Tom, you were right about Liam Rees. He is here to fight.
He's tough. A lot of people were all talking about this is Scott McHugh in a... Scott's in a fight, by the way, and he knows it. I don't know whether you think so. I think that I've got the feeling none of these are prepared. They're trying to finish it. They're all looking for the big punch.
Yeah, oh, and there is one. Big right hand lands for Liam Rees, right on cue.
Well, I did say he's not a mug, Liam Rees. He came, everybody, it's over.
It is all over. Rocky Liam Rees is going to bring the belt home to Wales. He knocks out Scott McHugh. Class and respect to make it official, Big Bo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Clive Allison calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute 42 seconds of the third round, declaring your winner by knockout and the new BYB Super Welterweight Police Gazette Diamond Champion of the World, Liam "Rocky" Rees.
Here is Danielle with the champion.
Liam, congratulations on becoming the inaugural BYB Super Welterweight Champion. What does it mean to you to hold this BYB title right now?
The words cannot describe what this means to me. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. It's like a dream come true. And I fucking deserve it, and it's still underestimated. And if I underestimate anymore, I can't be anymore because I've got this belt. I am the best in my division.
You really had a tough night coming out here against this crowd that was clearly hot for Scott, but you really turned it out. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Oh, but then I'm the underdog. I come to his hometown to fight the best in my division, and I killed him second round. What more can I do?
Yeah, congratulations.
Liam Rees, victorious in our main event of the evening. The belt is going back to Wales over the arm of that man right there. Congratulations to Liam Rees.